Hi, hello. Welcome to the another online session. Today we will be discussing on a basic topic of cooking methods and their terminologies and how food cooks. So now we will see how we will cook the food and everyone know we will be cooking the food. So why we will cook the food? You cook food because we will cook the food because cooking kills bacteria. Some food cannot be served raw, like meats and all will not be have raw, but salad vegetables we can have raw, and cooking makes food easier to digest. Whenever you cook any type of foods, you will be easily digestible, and cooking increases the taste, aroma and appearance of food. Whenever you cook any type of these foods, this feels appetite, attractive, taste. You will be getting these all things. That's why we will be cooking the food, and this is also called as aims and objectives of cooking. So now we will see the next topic. Food is made up of. Everybody know we'll be having different varieties of food in daily life. Some people will have a lot of vegetables. If you are a vegetarian, we'll have a lot of vegetarians. Vegetarian food, leafy vegetables, and we'll be having meats. And every vegetable or food or meat will be having some basic nutrients, proteins, fat or water or carbohydrate in it. Like whenever you see leafy vegetables, you will be having 99% of water content in it, and water, whenever you cook, water evaporates whenever you are cooking. And next, coming to the fats, and which fats in the sense you will be having meat will be having a lot of fat content in it, and fats which start melting whenever you start cooking. And next, coming to the proteins, whenever you start heating, it will start coagulating and become firm when cooked. And coming to the nutrients, such as nutrients and minerals which are dissolved by cooking. And next, coming to the carbohydrates are sugars, sugars which caramelize or become brown when cooked. Whenever you start cooking the carbohydrates, it will be having some amount of sugar content in it, and whenever you start cooking it, it turns into a golden brown color or a caramelized color. And starch which generalize, whenever you cook the carbohydrates, it will also have starch which gelatinizes or absorbs water and swells when cooking. Example are rice. Rice, or you can see lot of starch content in flour. We will be having different types of flours. These all will be having carbohydrates in it. And now we will be seeing heat transfer. What is heat transfer and how is heat is transferred from one body to another thing. How the heat is transferred. Heat travels to food from its sources in a number of ways. In different number of ways heat transfer, but here we can see convection, conduction as well as radiation. Here these are the three basic heat transfer methods. And coming to convection means currents of air, steam, water or fat carry the heat to the food. This all will carry the heat to the food. Example is hot air, heat of food in an oven. Whenever you circulate hot air in the oven, or heat is circulated through the in the vessel, that is called as convection. And coming to the condension means something touches, hot touches the food, like whenever you are cooking the steak or whenever you are cooking any type of patties or pan fries are cooking, that is called as convection. Okay, this is the thing of convection as well as convection. These two are basic cooking methods. Next, coming to the radiation. Radiation in the sense heat radiates from a heat. Okay, whenever you are cooking anything, a heat just radiates the source of the food. Okay, I'll give you a best example. Okay, that is like barbecue or charcoal. Whenever you cook by charcoal or electric radiation. Okay, these all radiations. Whenever you cook any type of food, it is called as radiation. Here cooking transfers. Okay, cooking transfer or heat transfer, we have convection, conduction as well as radiation. Okay, these three. And now we will see basic cooking methods. Basically we have various cooking methods. Okay, but these all cooking methods will differ from one cooking preparation to other cooking preparation, and cooking methods are the techniques we use in the kitchen. Okay, various cooking methods or cooking techniques will be used in the kitchen, and if you are a skilled chef, if you want to become a skilled chef, you need to manipulate or you need to know all cooking methods which are mentioned in this topic. Okay, how the cooking methods are applied to the product, so that how you will get the exact color, texture to your end product. Okay, here for example you cooked boil or poach a steak, but that would not get the result. Okay, if you are doing the same process, but if you are poaching the egg or if you are pan frying the egg, you will not get the desired color. You will be getting different texture to the product because of application of heat is different. And we will see now what are the basic cooking methods and how the cooking methods are classified. Okay, here we will be having three basic cooking methods. The one is dry heat method, another is moist heat method, and last one is combination method. So, dry heat method in the sense which means no moisture is added. Here we will not add any moisture in it. Example, whenever this will be cooked in medium fat oil or a more of oil. Okay, more of oil fat. Okay, this is called as dry heat method. Okay, in the further slides I will be classifying you different dry heat methods which will be having some oil or more oil content in the cooking methods. And next is moist heat method, which involves either water or steam. Okay, this moisture heat method or moist heat method, it contains water, okay, in the form of maybe in a steam, or in you will be cooking your any vegetables in the water like boiled vegetables and all. This method is called as moist heat method. And last one is coming to combination method. This combination method, in the sense we will be applying dry heat as well as moist heat, so that is called as combination method, which involves dry heat and then the moist heat. Okay, first you will be cooking anything in the dry heat method. After that, then you will be adding moisture to the food. That is called as combination method. And next is dry heat method. Okay, dry heat method means cooking without any water or steam. Although some kind of cooking oils is often used, dry heat methods are for foods which are naturally tender. Okay, dry heat methods, here you need to understand, in this dry heat method we will not add any water or steam. In some cooking oils we will be using, okay, maybe in the depending on the which type of food you are preparing, in that depends on that how much oil you will be using. Okay, that is the called as dry heat method. In dry heat method is classified, we will be having some of the classifications in it. In that underneath we will be getting like different methods. Okay, in dry heat method we will be having saute. Okay, saute, which means to toss quickly in a pan with very little fat and a fairly high heat. Okay, whenever you do any tossing or sauteing anything, you will be cooking your, okay, like sauteed vegetables, sauteed onions. Okay, you will be cooking your food in a higher flame, and just you will be tossing it, as you can see in the image. Okay, fairly high heat and very little fat is used in saute. Okay, whenever you are doing saute or sauteing. And next is pan frying, which means to cook in a moderate amount of fat over a moderate heat. Usually breaded food like cutlets and chicken are pan fried. Okay, here coming to the pan fry, you will be cooking with a very little amount of oil to get a brown color to the patty. Okay, example, vegetable cutlets or cheese cutlets, or you can see some patties. Okay, vegetable patties or anything, whenever for the burgers and all, you can just pan fry it. Okay, that is called as pan fry. Moderate heat and a moderate amount of fat is used in this cooking method, and this is also a moist heat method. Okay, these are called as dry heat method. Okay, pan fry. And then deep fry. Deep fry means, which means to submerge something completely in cooking oil, like French fries. Okay, example, in Indian, when I can give you a puris, we will deep fry, vadas we will deep fry. Okay, that will be an higher amount of heat is used whenever you are doing any deep fried products. Okay, and coming to the temperature, it will be around 350 degrees Fahrenheit, completely submerged in hot fat or hot oil. And next thing is pan broil, which means to cook something in a pan which no added fat. Okay, we will not add any type of fat in the pan broil. Okay, we will be getting the fat from the meat itself. Okay, which has the meat will be having some fat that will be melting and it will coat itself. The moderate heat, no fat, usually food which have their own fat, like steaks, burgers or bacon. Okay, example, you can see the bacon. Just whenever you do pan broil, it will release a lot of fat from the bacon. Okay, this process is called as pan broil. And next, coming to roasting as well as baking, which means to cook by exposing food to hot dry air in an oven. Okay, whenever you cook this type of roasting or baking, you will be cooking the food in a closed hot container or a closed container which is having a hot air circulation will be there. Maybe you will be using a mechanical fan or anything. With that, the food is cooked. Okay, to cook the exposing to hot air. Okay, whenever the product is exposed to hot dry air, so that it will start cooking. And next, coming to the griddle. Okay, griddle, which means to cook food on a flat. Okay, in a flat surface, hot surface. This is very common because a griddle can cook many food quickly. Okay, this process, whenever you start cooking, you can cook at a time. We can keep lot of things on the same plate, hot surface like a griddle, and then you can cook it. Okay, to cook on a flat hot surface. Example, you can see a dosha is cooked in hot surface. Okay, these are examples, and whenever you want to reheat it or anything, you can just put it on a griddle and you can reheat your patties or anything, that is called as griddle. And next coming to the griller, which means to cook food on metal bars over radiant heat. Okay, you will be having various types of grill marks or various types of metal bars, so that with that heat is also circulated, and also you will get a grill marks to your food. Okay, this process is called as grilling or grill. Okay, to cook on bars over radiant heat, barbecuing is almost identical except that the heat traditionally comes from the wood or charcoal. Okay, here you can do the method with wood, or you can use charcoal, and you can use gas, or you can use electricity as well. Okay, you can use either way of any of the source of heat to heat the product, but whenever you get any type of grill marks, it will be cooked in a griddle itself. The next is moist heat method. Moist heat method means cooking food in water or steam. Okay, the food is cooked in moist heat or in steam. Okay, here first coming to the poaching. Poaching means, which means to cook food in water that is hot but not bubbling. Okay, the food should not get any, the hot water should not get any bubbles. Usually tender delicious food like eggs are poached. Okay, eggs will be poached because it is a protein. Whenever you put it in water and it starts coagulating, and then this process is very popular, and this is called as poaching of eggs. And in this process the water need to be hot but not bubbling. And next coming to simmering, which means to cook food in water that is bubbling gently, usually foods that need to cook for a longer time. Whenever you are simmering the product, okay, this is the right temperature to simmer your any type of food products. Okay, that is called as simmering. Okay, here in this process your water should get lightly bubbling, and it should not reach the boiling point. It should not get vigorously bigger bubbles, but it should get smaller bubbles. It should be below boiling point and boiling very gently. Okay, in water should boil very gently. This process is called as simmering. And next is boiling, and which means to cook food in water that is bubbling rapidly. Usually food like pastas or hardy vegetables. Okay, these are comes from the boiling. Okay, boiling is above 100 degrees centigrade. Water is boiled, and water bubbling very rapidly, it is called as boiling. Water should start vigorously boil. And next coming to steaming. Okay, steaming your vegetables. Okay, in this we need to have a very little of water. That steam need to be cooked the vegetables. Okay, which means to cook food by exposing it to the steam, usually potatoes and vegetables. Okay, you can see a famous thing like momos are cooked in a steamer, or Indian breakfast idlis are cooked in a steamer. Okay, these are the various examples for steaming. And next coming to the combination method. Okay, as I told you in earlier slides, combination means it is a combination of two methods of dry heat as well as moist heat. Combination method means cooking food using first a dry heat and then adding liquid or steam. Combination method are used to tenderize cuts of meat. Okay, to tenderize any meats and all, we will be using this combination method. example are braising. Okay, you can see here the method called braising. Braising is done for a bigger type of meat or chunky type of meat or larger type of meat, which means to brown the food first and then cook it covered with moisture added. Okay, first you need to brown your food or sear your food, that is called as braising for a bigger type of meats, maybe in a oven. Okay, and these braising dishes are always cooked covered because it's keep the moisture in. Braising tenderizes though cuts of meat and poultry. Okay, whenever you are cooking this braising and all, the moisture is retained in the food, so that we will be covering the food. Okay, covering with the lid. This is process is called as braising. And next we will see, and braising is usually done for the bigger type of meat or chunky type of meat, or okay, like roast chicken, roast turkey, braising. And next coming to the stewing. Stewing means to cut food into bit-sized pieces, as you can see in the photograph. Okay, brown it and then cook it covered with moisture added. Okay, first you can see the bit-sized pieces that need to be browned. After browning, you can add moisture and again cook the meat, that is called as stewing. Here in the stewing, we will be using smaller type of meat. Stewing dishes are always cooked covered because this keeps the moisture in. Stewing tenderizes though cut of meat or poultry. Okay, this is also the same process, but there we have seen a bigger type of meat. Okay, in braising, as well as here in stewing you can see a small amount of meat is cooked. Okay, these are called as cooking methods. And now we will see various cooking terms. Okay, basic cooking terms. These also may or may not come under the cooking method, but whenever you are cooking the food, this terminology is always used. Okay, first is reduce. Reduce means to simmer a liquid so some of it evaporates. This concentrates the flavor. Okay, whenever you are doing simmering, we'll tell reduce the flame. Okay, whenever you simmer, this is also called as reduce. Okay, reducing, we are simmering the liquid. Okay, yes, this is done for majorly we will be doing for stews. Okay, stews and all, as well as for stocks and all, we will simmer for longer time. This is also a reduction. Or for sauces and all, we will be doing, to get concentrated, we will be doing reduction. And next is par cook, means to partly cooked food. Okay, partially we are cooking the food is called as par cook. And par boil means to partly cook by boiling. Okay, this we will be cooking by par boil the food. Okay, par boil means partly we will be cooking the food is called as par boil. And next is par bake, means to partly cook by baking. Okay, cooking by par baking. And next is blanching. Blanching means the food is immersed in water for 30 seconds and it is removed, or we will be giving a shock to any leafy vegetables or tomatoes. Okay, that is called as blanch. Okay, blanch is to partially cook by boiling or steaming. And next coming to glaze, means to add a shine to the food. Okay, to get the shine on the food, we will be doing glaze. Example, bread rolls. Okay, we will glaze it. Our croissants, we will glaze it with butter wash. Okay, that are all called as glaze. And next is deglaze, means to swell a liquid in a pan to dissolve cooked particles of food. Okay, that is called as deglaze. Okay, whenever you have cooked anything on the tray, you need to remove this all things so that you can use it as a sauce. Okay, that is called as deglaze. And next is sweat. Sweat means to cook in fat over low heat. Okay, you will sweat the onions. Okay, first you will be sweating your onions. That is called as sweating. Okay, in this cooking method, your heat need to be, okay, whenever you are cooking, it should be in a lower flame, okay, in a lower heat, so that you can cook your product very well. And next is searing. Okay, as I told you, searing for stews and all, first you need to sear the meat. Okay, sear means to brown the surface of the food quickly, usually by sauteing or pan broiling. Okay, this pan boiling or sauteing, you can see very little oil is added, and then we will be getting into a browner color, and then food is cooked. Okay, in steaming we will be adding the moisture, and maybe in we will be using this all process to sear the food. Searing is nothing but to get color faster. We will be searing the food. And next, coming to seasoning. Hope everyone know we will be having various types of seasonings. To enhance the flavor of the food, we will be adding this seasonings okay, to the dishes. And next is flavor. Flavor means to add a new taste to the food. Okay, whenever you see or smell this flavor, you will be more attractive, and you can just season the dish, and then you can taste the food. Okay, that is called as flavors. Flavors which are herbs. Okay, which gives flavors like cilantro or mint or thyme. Okay, which gives a very nice flavor in various dishes. Okay, this is the end of the session, and we will be doing more online classes. Thanks for watching. If you have any doubts, just comment me in the chat box. Thank you.